What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Comic Breakdown. Today is Halloween 2025. Happy Halloween. Everybody, I hope you have a good day. I hope you have a great night. If you have kids, I hope your trick-or-treating is safe. It's wonderful. Everyone, be careful. Don't drink and drive. The whole 9 yards. Be smart. That being said, guys, I am freaking stoked about this comic. This is essentially how Marvel's God created Marvel's devil. How the one above all created the one below all. How it came into be, how all of this is existing, all of this coming out of the pages of the Incredible Hulk. With this comic series just ending and an issue number 1 about to start up. This is issues 26 through 30. But to quickly catch everybody up on what has been happening in the Incredible Hulk series, we find that Hulk and Banner, they're at odds with one another. They can't agree on anything, they want to be separate from one another. This has been a long-going trope on and off throughout Marvel Comics. So Hulk found himself in isolation. Through this isolation, he runs into a teenage companion by the name of Charlie Tidwell. And through their encounter, the two of them have been going on adventures. Charlie's always kind of wanted to be an Avenger. She's wanted to be a hero. She's looked up to the likes of Captain America. And while she's traveled with Hulk, they've had monsters from all over the world attacking them. This is all from the orders of Eldest. Now, what Eldest wants is Hulk's flesh, believing that Hulk's flesh is going to be the key to releasing what they call the Mother of Horrors. Stuck in an ancient prison put there by the one below all. Not only this, but Eldest wishes some kind of revenge on Charlie for stealing what is known as the God Skin, the pelt of the mother of all skinwalkers, Lycana. This has granted Charlie incredible strength and the ability to transform into a kind of winged monster. We've seen a throwdown with Thor. We've seen monsters of all likes. And though they thought that they had defeated Eldest, their hardest battles are yet before them. Finally being able to get some peace and quiet, the two of them are in upstate New York in the woods. They finally have just a little bit of isolation, a little bit of peace and quiet. But in all this solitude, Hulk continues to hear a voice. One that echoes to him, that tells him the door will be opened. Going off on his own, this is where he runs into Bucky Barnes. Now, Bucky shows up while Hulk's hearing this voice. The voice saying that if none of you have the strength to take on Hulk, then I'm gonna find somebody who will. In Hulk's mind, Bucky has been sent by Eldest. That this is all because of the Mother of Horrors. Without hesitation, he swings on Bucky. Now, our Winter Soldier, he tries to talk to Hulk. He tries to let him know that I'm here for conversation, loading up his gun with cosmic irradiated rounds, adding in the fact that he set up this play before it even began. He set up the battlefield in preparation, a mind on the ground, a time disruption field. This causes Hulk to move at 1/50th the speed, and this gives Bucky the opportunity to just talk to him. Say, I know you're gonna get back to killing me when this is all said and done, but at least let me have a conversation. You said something about with her. Let's talk about that. But as he goes to discuss this, Charlie attacks him. Jumping on his back, they begin to brawl it out. But when Bucky flips over and she can actually see who this is, she's starstruck. Bucky is like one of her heroes. One of her actual heroes is standing right before her. And so while the tension is broke just for this moment, that tension is quickly back with Hulk grabbing the Winter Soldier. Had it not been for Charlie, he probably would have smashed him right here. But the reason Bucky is here, 4 Gamma mutates have been kidnapped. They've gone missing in the last 3 weeks. Not really sure if Hulk has something to do with this, but Doc Samson is one of the people that are gone. Your son, Scar, is kidnapped. And the Winter Soldier, he tells Hulk that I didn't even come to talk to you, that I want to talk to Banner, dropping the Winter Soldier and saying the Banner's gone, so go away. With Bucky taking off, we have Charlie that is chasing behind him, because obviously she's got a ton of questions. She does try to defend Hulk, knowing that he can be a jerk, but he did save her life a bunch of times, that they've gone on adventures, and for her it's at least been like being a hero. But that's not what Bucky sees. Bucky sees the Hulk without without any hint of Banner in him. And though neither of them will admit it, Hulk and Banner, they need one another. A Hulk without Banner is just a monster. He tells Charlie that the both of you are in real danger right now. Hulk has no understanding of danger. So whatever's coming, you're gonna need Bruce Banner. You told me that I was your hero before. So if that's true, I really want you to listen. That I know breaking up a team can be hard, but going in your different directions doesn't have to be the wrong thing. And Bucky's advice is best that Charlie gets out of here now while she can. So when we pick up later that evening, we have the two of them sitting around the campfire. While they do so, we see that Charlie's able to almost like bend the smoke around Hulk. This puts her in a kind of meditative state. It drops her into what she believes is the Hulkscape. She's looking for Banner. Calling out to him, he answers. And he wonders, like, Charlie, how are you here? How is this possible? And Charlie, she says, monsters have a way of finding one another. She remembers when the War Devil was able to get in here. She thought that maybe she could try it, now that she is in fact a monster herself. But Charlie is quickly interrupted with Banner telling her that she's gotta get out of here. That if Hulk finds you in here, it's gonna be a bad day. But Charlie refuses to stop. She presses forward. Hulk saved her life. She doesn't and won't believe that Hulk is a monster, that they're supposed to be the good guys. So she's gonna get Banner out of here. She's gonna free him, and they're gonna figure this all out. But when she gets to Banner, we don't get to see a full view of him, but we know that his flesh is torn. His eyes are rolled back, seeing what has happened to him, seeing what the Hulk has done to Banner. It brings tears to her eyes, disbelief from her mouth. And that's when the Hulk attacks. The fire comes up and it burns Charlie in the face. Now, in reality, Hulk's worried. He's concerned. He's not even sure what actually just happened. But that's when the monster in Charlie comes free. And she tells Hulk that I saw it. I saw the Hulkscape. I saw Banner. I saw what you did to him, that we're supposed to be the good guys, but we're not. We're the monsters, just like the stuff we kill. We are no better, we are no different. Seeing Charlie fully transform into her lichen-winged monster self, she flies off into the horizon, proclaiming that she doesn't want to be like them. So we pick up a little bit later on in Tennessee. The Hulk now traveling solo. He finds himself in the woods and met by a young boy. The young boy seems rather cheerful, rather playful, by himself alone in the woods, but his family's nearby. He runs into the Hulk and at first he's a little bit afraid, but after some quick conversation, we see that the terror, it kind of dwindles away. But when the boy does ask if Hulk wants to be his friend, after everything that he just endured after being told that he is nothing more than a monster, he wants to steer clear of people, attachment, afraid that maybe he is in fact the monster that they say he is. Now over time, him and this boy, they get to know one another. They grow to have a small friendship. Hulk learns about the boy's father, pretty much up to no good, running illegal stuff, stolen goods, things of that nature. So one day when the boy didn't show up and he heard some screaming, some screeching, Hulk went looking and he found the father, the mother. They're sitting here and they're arguing. The dad is packing everything up and they're headed out of town. They're hightailing it out of here. But the mom refuses to leave, saying that we can't leave him. We won't leave him behind. That he's out there. He's underneath that tree. We can't leave Petey behind. This is when Hulk realizes it. He runs out to that broken tree that he had seen before. He digs at the ground. He pulls it up. And what he finds is the young boy. The one that he had made friends with. The one that he had been talking to for the last couple of weeks. Was nothing more than a ghost. Now at this point, the father left without the mother, hightailed it down the road, but he was never gonna get far. The Hulk intercepts the bus, smashes it to pieces, rips open the metal. The father trying to use a shotgun to defend himself, but it's not enough. This man screeches as the Hulk destroys him, with the Hulk taking this true monster down. He goes back and he talks to that boy ghost. He talks to young Petey. And the Hulk, he apologizes for not being able to save this kid, for being too late. But he's grateful that his baby sister will at least have some freedom, that she's gonna be safe. No longer wanting to stay in the woods, he's gonna go off with his baby sister, and he's gonna teach her how to be a hero, just like the Hulk. So Hulk's really starting to understand. He's starting to come back around. Slowly but surely. He spent some time meditating at the bottom of the ocean. Spent many a days in the mountains. While he sat here and did this meditation, one day when he woke up and looked at the sand, written there said, "Protect Dr. Voodoo." Now Hulk really just tells Banner to shut up. The only true danger is you, but still the curiosity got the better of him. Now Voodoo played a significant part in helping take down Eldest. So we have to assume that if Eldest is still alive, then somebody's going after Dr. Voodoo. This is where Hulk shows up at the Voodoo Mart. He shows up here, and someone's broken in. Luckily for Hulk, he's got a little bit of help here. Our Pinkerton detective, our ghostly detective. He's returned, and he's here to help out, to figure out what's happening. Deputizing Hulk right here on the spot. They go in and they investigate. They find out what happened to the Voodoo Mart. As they get inside and get down to the basement, this is where they're looking for any sign of him. But then they are quickly attacked. Hulk being the main target. This zombie abomination hitting Hulk, knocking him down some floors, and telling him that you dare return here. Eldest knew you would return, because when you last came here, you sought the aid of Dr. Voodoo. But you will find no such favor this time, because today you face the greater of the Drum Brothers. This is Dr. Voodoo's brother, and he's thrown in his hat with Eldest, going on to explain to Hulk that the only reason Eldest didn't possess you is because of my brother, because he placed a protective charm upon your human vessel Banner. When Eldest learned of this, she came for Dr. Voodoo. Refusing to make the same mistake, he sided with Eldest and her kind. So as Hulk battles, this is where we see the giant arachnid. This monster grabs hold of Hulk and it sucks him in. It drops Hulk in this desolate place. He looks around and what he sees is Betty. Now Hulk's gotta wonder, where the hell am I? Where is this place? What is going on? This is when Betty goes on to explain that this is where we come from. The place where the one below all emerged, where the mother of horrors was broken. This is the place where Gamma was born. We see that Hulk has been hurting for some time now. And that's because Eldest is breaking the defenses that Dr. Voodoo gave him. To keep those defenses in place, you're gonna have to save him. Now at this point, Hulk's like, you're probably Eldest yourself. Like, there's no way you're actually Betty. Why should I trust you? And Betty would go on to say that the only way that you save Dr. Voodoo, me or yourself, is by killing Eldest. Hearing a noise on the wind. Not really sure what this is, Betty tells him to follow me and I will explain everything. And this is where we get it. This is the history of the one below all. This is how the one above all created Marvel's devil, Marvel's Satan. They stand at the graveyard of the Keeper of Lost Knowledge, the Beast of Riddles, the Iron Lords. They all rest here. As Betty explains to Hulk the whole history, the dead ones show him. They show him Earth. They show him when it was quiet, when there was gods and nothing else. Oceans that were deep and powerful, except there was something else. Something that changed things, changed everything. Pretty things went dark. Quiet things got hungry. And from this, it brought the arrival of the one above all. The one who made everything. He didn't care about Earth until the monsters came. And so the one above all made a monster to kill all other monsters. It was over quickly, but the thing in the dark was still there. The one above all opened up the ground and found her. She put the darkness in him. With this lashing out, the mother of horrors made the one below all. She corrupted God himself. That was the moment that Gamma was born. And so the one below all, he went into the dark, killed all of her children that he could find, and then he hurt her as hard and as worse as he could ever hurt anything. And when he couldn't hurt her anymore, he roared so loud that the world ripped apart. A new bad place opened up inside, a place hard and cold. That's where he put her, behind a door that no one could open but him. And then the things down here, they built a city around it, hung the heads of her immortal children across the city. Those are the sounds that you hear, the endless screams of the old ones. But the mother of horrors, she is still very much alive. That is why Eldest brought you here. Only the one below all can open Mother's prison, and you now carry the green fire, which means you can open up the door. Now at this point, Hulk obviously is like, no, I'm not opening a door for anybody. He turns to leave and runs into Dr. Voodoo. Dr. Voodoo is being drained, and as he's getting drained, these things, they begin to attack the Hulk. And in a weakened voice, Dr. Voodoo tries to tell the Hulk that you shouldn't have come, that she's making a fractured son of her own, leeching gamma from others, trying to create a beast that is as strong as you. Now, as he gets Dr. Voodoo up and carries him out, this is when they run into the Spider, one of the Arachnus midwives. They are currently draining the blood and gamma from others like him. Scar, Betty, the whole lot. And hatching on the back of this thing, the egg that is going to come out is going to create an abomination, the likes that can take on Hulk. That's when, as Hulk thought, Betty transforms into the monster we have seen her to be, attacks the Hulk, grabs him, and throws him towards the Spider, saying that he was the last piece. The fractured son was all they needed. With your blood, Mother will finally be free. Now the Hulk, he tries to fight back. He smashes, he cracks, he pummels, he crushes. Hulk beats the living crap out of Betty and leaves her bleeding on the ground. But this was far from over. The Spider grabbing onto Betty and leeching whatever it can from her. This is where we see it begin to hatch. It begins to bust out. Eldest has taken on a new form, proclaiming that the all-flesh, Hulk's flesh, belongs to them, that it is their birthright. The Eldest wore Betty's skin only to lead them here, so that they may take the green fire from him. Now the fractured son will face his death at last, and this will usher in the Age of Monsters. And we see this fight get underway. Eldest in the skin of Abomination. The two of them, they start trading blows. Thunderous cracks. And when Abomination makes contact, we see the Abomination is trying to reach into the chest of Hulk. Abomination wants to wear Hulk, or I should say Eldest wants to wear Hulk like Eldest is wearing Abomination. Needs to rip the flesh right from Hulk's body, to take it as its own, because that's the key to opening up the door. Now, Hulk's getting a beatdown, but he's definitely giving it back. Picking up giant swords, cracking Abomination, sending Abomination flying. Giant wrecking balls being smashed upon them, and Hulk is trying everything. So far as ripping the horn straight from Abomination's head. But in doing this, we see Abomination get the opportunity, driving his fist or her fist into him, into Hulk's stomach. And Eldest will admit that even now, Dr. Voodoo's protection is preventing me from inhabiting your flesh. Or rather, I can't inhabit Banner's. But Eldest having their own magic. Eldest believes that it's time to finally get them what they have wanted. To free Banner and Hulk from one another. This is where we see Eldest rip Banner out of Hulk. Banner thrown down to the ground. The Hulk husk falling down, and Hulk telling Banner that you were right about the kid, to tell her I'm sorry. This is where we see Eldest climb into the Hulk skin, take over the flesh, and finally, it belongs to Eldest. As we see Eldest in Hulk's body walking into the door, calling out to his mother, proclaiming that I've done it, I've come for you, I've come to finally bring you home. Hearing nothing, calling out to her, he goes in to find the mother of horrors, chained, shackled down, and she says nothing. Trying to get her attention, Eldest says that it's me, your eldest child, and I've found you, that the green door is shut, that there is only us. But then gets confused, gets angry, saying, why won't you move? Why won't you speak? Can you not remember your strength, your beauty, your cunning? When the mother still doesn't rise, nothing but anger comes out. And if she will not rise, then Eldest will take her power. This is where we see Hulk begin to devour the mother of horrors, eating and chomping away at this enormous power source. It transforms Eldest. It transforms the Hulk. The green door is shut. The one below all is gone. Mother is gone. The fractured son is gone. All that remains is Infernal Hulk. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. So not a bad way to end this series. It's a great explanation on how the One Below All came into existence. Monsters birthed from Earth. The One Above All met these monsters, slayed these monsters with the creation of the One Below All. But even so, the Mother of Horrors, it still existed. And so when he cracked open the Earth, when the One Above All did, it lashed out at him. It hit him with darkness, corrupting even the One Above All. But the One Below All, as punishment, beat the crap out of her, all of her children, killed all of her children, beheaded them, put their heads on pikes, and then imprisoned her forever. Like, holy crap, that is one great explanation on what's happening, on the bigger cosmic elements, the God and devil of the Marvel Universe. Now, this leaves it open for one hell of a story. I think that we're gonna have Banner trying to open up the door, trying to open up the green door for the One Above, or for the One Below All. I think that's the only thing that's gonna be able to stop Eldest at this point. Because we're talking about cosmic level power. The Mother of Horrors was able to lash out at the One Above All, was able to hurt him, corrupt him. And we just saw Eldest eat the Mother of Horrors, take her power in the husk of freaking Hulk. Like, can it get more dangerous than that? But let me know what you guys think. Let me know your thoughts, let me know your theories. If you want to get caught up on everything that happened with the Hulk series, check out the link in my description as well at the top of this video. It'll get you started on everything that happened in the beginning of this series. If you would like to support the channel, you can always do so by joining the channel membership. This is a lot like Patreon, having multiple different tiers, from $1 to $50, from loyalty badges to comics every single month. Not only are you helping out the channel tremendously, but you're getting tons of perks in the process. Now, if you're unable to do this, do me the favor, subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit that notification bell, and with that being said, until the next breakdown.